Hey guys, this is a READyMEN gear review. I wanted to do a quick review on 3 hunting packs, not necessarily a comparison, but 3 packs that I've used. Some a little less, some a little more. Just want to give you my thoughts on it and give you a little bit of price comparison, some of the features, pros, cons, what I like, and might help you as you're kind of building your kit for Western big game hunting or whatever it is you're pursuing. So let's jump in. I have got 3 bags today. I have the Mystery Ranch Pintler, which I've used pretty extensively. I've owned this for probably 6 years and I put a lot of miles on it. Probably used it more than any of these 3 packs. And it was a good staple. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about a Daypack. This is the Venture 2800 from Kuiu. They actually don't make this one anymore. This line was replaced by the Venture Divide series, the new Daypacks they've got out. So I've got some information on the new packs, but I did still want to do a review on it because if they're new packs or anything based off of my experience with this, they're probably going to be great packs. Especially Kuiu has a reputation of just designing better, and when they retire a product, that usually means they're replacing it with something a little bit better. So I'm excited to try their new Daypack. And then thirdly, I have my Kuiu pack system. I have the Kuiu LT 7000, so I've got the pack frame, harness, and the 7000 bag on there. So this is the lighter weight, more stripped down version, and this is kind of my go-to pack, especially for multi-day hunts, or if I'm hunting quite a ways from the truck to where there might be a good chance of hauling a lot of meat, a lot of miles. So let's jump in there. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab my list and share just some of the main things in terms of price, cubic inches, all that. I'll start with the Pintler. The Pintler right now on Mystery Ranch website is listed at $499. It's 5.6 pounds and it is about a 2,355 cubic inches. So again, as a day pack that if you're hunting where there's a good chance you're going to be hauling out meat, great option. Plenty of storage. 2,300 cubic inches is more than enough, whether you're early season hunting or late season hunting where you're carrying some puffies and things like that. I did load this heavy for an overnight trip, a 2-day backpack trip that we were doing, and I had it maxed out. So literally no extra room for anything with my sleeping bags, a one-man tent on there, everything. I maxed out every single piece of space this has, every strap that was extra. And in fact, I think I had something strapped on top with bungee cords. So if you're doing some overnight venturing, not probably your best option, but as far as day packs and that can hold some weight, this is a good option. It has a great frame inside. I've hauled meat on this. I've hauled 100 pounds of boned out elk meat on this pack before with my rifle, all my gear that I was hunting with that day, probably 25 pounds of gear with my rifle and ammo and all of that. So probably close to about 100 pounds, I think, is what I figured on that. So a good option. Mystery Ranch does have some very similar packs with a little bit more cubic inches. If you're looking at more of a multi-day pack where you're going to be packing in and sleeping out of this thing, then I would say look at some of the bigger options cubic inch wise. But as far as comfort, great comfort. I can't complain about Mystery Ranch. When it comes to comfort, I think I ordered the medium size, and again, they've changed their sizing a little bit, but I think I ordered the medium harness, which ended up stretching out to me enough to where it actually became a little too big. I'm maxed out on my straps when I try to tighten this thing down, especially with a heavy load, and I didn't find that out until I did haul some heavier loads on that, so I probably should have went with a smaller frame. I'm about 5'10" and a half, 165 pounds at my heaviest. When I'm down to, at the end of hunting season, I'm probably closer to 155 pounds. This thing almost doesn't go small enough for me in a medium. So I would say really pay attention to their sizing charts and get one that's going to fit you, that is not too big for you, especially when you get weight on there. I ordered an accessory hip pouch with this. That's what I carried my ammo in, 10 rounds of 7mm or whatever. And then what I do like about this, when I'm hunting in grizzly country, I can strap my 44 right on the hip belt as well. So I've done that before. And like most of Mystery Ranch's pack frame system, you can actually adjust up and down. So if you've got a taller or shorter torso, this is adjustable. I do like it. Plenty of space. There's a major compartment. It's got the V-zip on top, horseshoe zip, whatever you want to call it. It's got a bladder inside. You can hang your bladder from it if you use it. I don't really use bladders anymore, primarily just using water bottles anymore. A couple of bags inside, little mesh bags where you can see what's going on. I like to put licenses, things like that in there. And then a couple of just drop pockets as well for spotting scopes, smaller spotting scope. I usually would stuff those with just things that I want to grab quickly. So toilet paper, knives, rope, whatever, anything I can need quickly, I could just drop my hand in there. And then of course it's got expandables on the bottom, so you can really fit a lot of things in the bottom, puffier things. Couple of water bottle holders on the side, or trekking pole, tripod, whatever it is you're looking at there. And then of course a lid pocket where you might carry whatever, some headlamps, game calls if you're not carrying those in your bino harness. But overall, I like I said, got a lot of miles on this Pintler and no major complaints. Just don't use it much anymore now that I've kind of switched over to my Kuiu bags, which I'm going to talk about next. But I do like it if you're looking for a good option. Price wise, just as comparison, this Kuiu 7000 right now on their website is $5.99, so about $100 cheaper over here on Mystery Ranch. But again, you could look at other comparisons. Price difference isn't going to be that much. I would say anything Kuiu or Mystery Ranch, always shop for bargains. Kuiu is always throwing sales. If you're signed up for their newsletters, you'll get sale notifications all the time. I've bought probably 90% of my Kuiu things on sale during one of their bigger sales and saved, hundreds of dollars that way. And that's what I would encourage you to do. But yeah, so that's the Mystery Ranch. If there's anything more on that, really pretty straightforward. It's a good pack. You can strap your bow on the back. You can strap a rifle on the back. I've been using the gun bearer, rifle sling. I use that on here. As you can see, I got some duct tape on here because the way I had my gun bearer sitting on there, my scope was rubbing on my hip pad when I was packing some meat out of the breaks a couple of winters ago. And so that's something to keep in mind too if you're using the gun bearer. But I did like it. It's heavy duty enough. When I tied that gun bearer on this piece right here is absolutely solid. You don't even notice it. Didn't even notice I had a gun on that side, really, if you get your packs or your straps adjusted right. So that's the Mystery Ranch. Great products from Mystery Ranch. Very happy with them. But I did want to try some Kuiu stuff. So last year, so 2 years ago, I believe, is when I switched or when I bought this Daypack. So this is the Venture 2800. Again, this is a line that is not produced anymore by Kuiu. They've replaced this line with the Venture Divide line. So this was I believe a 2800-ish square inches or cubic inches in terms of space. So actually not far from what this Pintler can hold, and which surprises me because it weighs a fraction of the price or a fraction of the weight. I don't know what exactly the weight is on this, but this thing is light and it is comfortable. I use this early season archery if I'm not overnight hunting. Usually we spend a week up in the mountains, just hunting out of the camper and going out for early morning hunts and late evening hunts. So I use this a lot because I can put all my essentials in. I can load it all the way down. I can put some warmer clothes in it for evening hunts. And it does really, really well. Super light. It's got some kind of internal Kevlar frame. and then it's just very comfy. It's got some grip on the padding, so it fits. It hangs really tight. It just fits my body really well in terms of shoulders, waist. So I will continue to use this as a day pack. Really like it for that. Same thing. It's got the horseshoe zippers. It's got a water bladder and a hook. If you want to, or water bladder pocket if you want to use a water bladder. And then it's got a couple of pockets in here, which is nice. Throw your licenses in, throw some snacks in, whatever, and then throw the bulk of your stuff. I generally carry everything in my dry sacks anymore, so I'll just pull those out of my, bigger pack, throw them in here, and use that. It's got a couple of side pockets for water bottles. Throw my water bottle in there, so you can kind of see what that looks like. So it's a GSI stainless steel thermos, plenty of room. I carry 2 of those, or carry a Nalgene, whatever it is you carry. And then you've got your straps on the back, so if you want to carry your bow on the back, or even a rifle. And then it's got a pocket on the back as well. And then of course a lid pocket with a zipper inside of there. So that's generally where I'll throw my hunting license in there, or headlamps, whatever it is I'm trying to retrieve quickly. And then what I do like about Kuiu's chest strap, they're all adjustable. So simply just pull this off. You can move it up and down. And I do that often because my son actually uses this pack now, and which is one of the reasons I had bought it. I was anticipating him starting to hunt with me. This will be his first year deer hunting, but he did go bow hunting with me a little bit last year just to tag along. And this will get small enough, I can suck it down tight enough where it fits him pretty easily too. He's 10 years old, he's tall and skinny, but this thing works pretty well. So yeah, as a day pack, if you are looking for a day pack, I would definitely give Kuiu's their new Venture Divide line a look. This one, I don't remember exactly what I paid for it. It was on sale, and I think they were probably trying to liquidate their inventory, so I probably got it for $150, somewhere in there. Right now, they have their Venture Divide 2000, so a 2000 cubic inch is about 100, or 219 regularly. They have that listed on sale right now for like 140 right now on their 2000 cubic inch. And their 3,000 cubic inch is listed at $249. So anywhere between $220 and $250, you can get a little bit smaller size than this, or a little bit bigger. I would say if you're going to go with a day pack like this, go with the bigger one, the 3,000, which would be a little bit bigger than this, but it could easily and very closely be an overnight pack for a one or 2 day backpack hunt if you're very lightweight and you're kind of minimal on your tent, sleeping bags, those things, especially in warmer weather. So love the Kuiu day pack. Gonna use it more this fall, probably during the early archery season. And then again, my son will be using this for the youth hunt rifle opener this year as well. So yeah, that's it. Hip pockets on there. Love them. Plenty of space for whatever it is. Ammo, game calls, things like that. Toilet paper. So that's the day pack. And then lastly, I wanted to share the Pro LT 7000. So this is one of Kuiu's pack frame systems. This is the lighter weight one, so it's a little bit stripped down, not a lot of features in terms of pockets and things like that on the interior. But again, I'm using mostly dry bags, so I don't really, I guess, in terms of if I'm going to save some weight by not having those internal pockets, that's fine with me, because generally I got to open a pack all the way up to see what's going on in it. So anyway, pack frame. Again, I've used this for one season. I bought this last year and used it for both archery and rifle. And it is the most comfortable backpack I've ever used. Again, my comparison is Mystery Ranch, Kuiu. I've had some Badlands packs in the past, and I'd say this one, in terms of just comfort on the shoulder straps, comfort on the hip straps, and then just the light weight of the frame and everything is pretty good. And again, I haven't tried any of the Initial Ascent, EXO, any of those other companies. Would love to compare to see how they line up. But first thing I would say about ordering or getting a Kuiu pack, make sure you look at their sizing charts and get that figured out. I originally ordered the regular size frame, ended up sending it back for a tall. I have a longer torso, shorter legs, and I just couldn't get it to fit right the way they kind of tell you that it should fit. So I ended up sending the frame back, getting a tall frame and replacing it. But I did go with the small medium harness. So I've got a smaller waist, about a 30, 31, 32 waist. So just as a comparison there. As far as space in this thing, it's 7,000 cubic inches. You're not going to fill this up if you're just using it as a day pack or even a 1 or 2 day pack. So, which is exactly what I wanted as I was packing for an overnight trip, and I maxed this thing out pretty quickly. I said I don't want to have that issue, and I really didn't want to have that issue if I'm, several miles from the truck, kill an animal, need to haul some meat back on the first load with everything. So this thing has got more than enough space, and I don't have it all sucked down, cinched up right now. I actually just put it back on. I have my meat hauler on because I was using my pack out trainer on this frame, and go watch that review if you want to learn about the pack out trainer. So I just put it back on, so it's looking a little bit sloppy right now. But if this thing is fairly empty and you're not utilizing all the space, you can suck these down. You can put all your straps on, and it actually fits quite tight. And I've got, some gear up here in the top, rain cover that I bought for Kuiu for this pack as well. Got some rain gear, and then just some random things, hats and mittens in my lid right now. So I just kind of leave all of that in there year round, even when I'm using this kind of as a ruck pack for training. So that's the lid. The lid is huge on this thing, and it is easily detachable. So if you wanted to, keep camp gear in there, if you're doing an overnight, take your lid off, leave it in the tent. I like to keep my lid on because when I'm hunting, I like to have easy access to certain things, whether it's, some kind of game calls or even headlamps, things like that. I like to keep on top. My stocking hats, or swapping out my hats for my caps as the temperature changes, my mittens, gloves. I get cold hands, so I like to have easy access to all that without having to get into any bag. Throw it off, grab it, swap things out, throw it back on, and keep going. So I usually leave my lid on while I'm hunting. There's a little lid or a little pocket right here on top. That's where I keep my licenses and just I think a headlamp, my spot connect, just a few things like that I don't need to access very often, but it's there. It's easy to get to. To get into the main body, we have one big zipper on the side. You also have a zipper here to where you can fit a spotting scope, regular size spotting scope, and same thing on the other side, zipper. And the nice thing about these zippers too is they open from the bottom. So whether you're using a big tripod, you could run that side pocket all the way down, put your tripod in your little bottle holder here. I've done that. I also use that to strap my trekking poles on the side, and then put my straps back on. But there's the main pocket. So when you're getting into this thing, it's usually lay it down, open that main pocket. Inside the main pocket, you have these two straps here, and these are just hold whatever it is that you want against the pack frame. So I have a big Kuiu dry bag where I keep everything that's in my pack that's always in my pack. So that's my first aid kit, my kill kit, and maybe just a few other things like some survival food, some Cliff Bars that have probably been in there for 5 years, those kind of things that are always in my pack. I don't take that off unless I've killed something and I need to get to my my kill kit. So that I keep in there, and I keep it strapped tight so it's always next to the frame. It's not flopping around. And then I have another Kuiu bag. I'll have several of these in there, but this one's just got things that I might want to access quicker. Extra headlamps, toilet paper, whatever. It's just loose in there. And then always got Ziplocs full of food, things like that. Can just stuff them in the bottom. And you can kind of determine where all those sacks go depending on how you tighten your straps. So again, more than enough space in this thing for day hunting or even a couple of days in the field. You have another side pocket here that is for your very back pocket. So this one, I don't have anything in it right now. I have a gun or a dry sack, a couple extra straps that come with the pack in case you need to strap things on the outside. And then again, you have your long pocket on this side as well. So, and two big pockets, plenty of space to carry water bottles, Nalgene's, whatever it is you want to put in there. As far as packing meat out with this, so I talked about the pack out trainer in another video before I had put my load hauler on to try that out. And you do have to purchase that load hauler separate. I actually got it right here. This is the load hauler, and basically all this it does, you remove your pack and you stick this on, and you can pretty much strap anything, hold it tight to your pack frame. So taking it off, I would say if you get this before you go out hunting, practice taking the bag off. There is a little bit of a learning curve, but once you do it 1 or 2 times, it's pretty easy. I actually just put it back on because I've been using my pack out trainer, my load hauler for some training this summer. So, but it's pretty straightforward. This frame is just, it's crazy how simple this frame is and how light it is, but how durable and strong it is. And it's got a good feel. I've got 2 hip pockets, which comes with the system. I believe if you order it as a system. So, you know, keeping wet wipes, whatever you want in those side pockets. And I'm not going to do a gear dump or anything right now. I can do that later, but I like to carry ammo in my other hip pocket. So, and then of course for rifle season, I use a gun bearer. So I've got my gun bearer that is attached to that, that hip piece right there too, which is nice and solid, like a Kevlar type piece there. Gun bearer, and then the other piece of my gun bearer goes right there on my shoulder strap. So love that. I could do a review on that sometimes. Pretty straightforward if you haven't used a gun bearer or a similar type sling system. I prefer it. Love it. Lots of adjustments on this thing when it comes to making it fit you, making the frame fit you. There's straps on the hips that will help you adjust just the right tightness on your hips, keeping the pack tight on the frame itself. Again, all kinds of adjustments on the chest straps and the load hauler. So I would suggest if you do buy one of these, go to Kuiu's website or go to their YouTube channel and watch their videos on how to adjust these things correctly, because when you get it, it may feel very much off on your body, and I would say put some weight in it. That's what I did. I just loaded it heavy and I went and watched that YouTube video they put out there. And if you get the specs, get the angles right on the low lifter straps, it'll get comfortable for you, as well as this lumbar pad. That's kind of a key piece. If you can't get that to sit right, you're going to feel very uncomfortable. Took me a while to get that adjusted, but I did. And then of course you can also adjust the shoulder straps. This is all Velcro here, so you can pull this apart, adjust them up and down, adjust them out or in. Go watch their video to learn more about that. Good stuff. Otherwise, yeah, no complaints on this pack yet. It'll haul everything you need. It's got plenty of space, plenty of cubic inches. The pack itself right now is $5.99 on Kuiu's website. It's showing that it's on sale, like 11% on sale. Don't know what that means, if they've got some kind of sale going on there. but it'll give you a ballpark, $600. Again, you catch them on sale, you can probably get it a little bit cheaper than that. They do pack sales throughout the year. That's probably what I did when I bought this one. So yeah, go check that out. 7,000 cubic inches, 4 pounds, 7.8 ounces. So again, comparing to the Pintler, Pintler is 5.6 pounds, 2,300 cubic inches, 7,000 cubic inches, and you're looking at 4 pounds, 7.8 ounces. I think that's one of the key things with Kuiu is they do a really good job of keeping their equipment light, and that's why what kind of pushed me towards getting a Kuiu pack. The load hauler itself, $39. I would recommend buying that if you are going to get their pack frame system. Definitely worth it after trying out my pack out trainer, just sandwiched in between the frame and the pack, and then using the load hauler. I will definitely be taking that load hauler everywhere this hunting season when I'm using this pack. So I got again, as far as sizing, I got the small medium waist belt. I've got a 30 to a 32 inch waist, and then I got the taller frame. I have a taller torso. Definitely look at the size charts there. But other than that, yeah, that's kind of what I'll be using. Definitely not going to get rid of this Pintler. I always carry this now as a backup pack, so it's in my rig whenever I go hunting anyway, and I'm usually carrying some extra gear and things in it. And then I like to use it too when I've got friends coming in from out of town or out of state to hunt with me, don't want to bring their packs or they don't have packs to bring. This is just a great versatile pack for anybody to use. So again, 3 good packs: Mystery Ranch Pintler, the Venture 28 that's been replaced by the Venture Divide series from Kuiu as far as day packs. Go check that out if you're looking for day pack. And then as far as a pack that can sustain you multiple days in the field, backcountry hunting, check out the Pro LT series at Kuiu. So thanks for watching, and if you like this content, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll get some more videos out for you.